Welcome back to my REJOIN from 25. Today we have the Japanese Grand Prix, a circuit that probably isn't my best, but see what happens. I think I did win here last year, so you never know, I might be able to put up a good result. I already have beef with the Ferraris this weekend after they did this in practice. Oh no. Nice one, Charles. Here's Lewis, get out of the way. That is horror, man. Obviously last time out I had the engine failure, but I still managed to make it to the line. However, despite making it to the line, of course the engine did still fail, which means I've had to get a new IC for this weekend. So here we are on Q1. Hopefully just the one lap should be enough to get me through. So I expect I will go P1 with this lap, but I'd be surprised if it stays that way. Oh, that's a really bad lap from Norris. But as expected, Verstappen... Actually no, it's not even a bad lap from them, it's just... Verstappen's done an insane lap. So we'll do just the one lap at the end in Q2. I'm confident about my pace, so Q3 should be nice and easy here. Well, it hasn't been a great lap, I can definitely do better, but it should still be enough to get me into the top 10. And I got up to P4. Wow, Russell's really off the pace again, and Hamilton's been knocked out. I'm not liking my chances of getting pole here. But if I can get myself into the top 5, I'll be happy. So into Q3 we're out on track for our first run. Set in a banker lap. And like I said, if I can just get myself into the top 5, straight away, then that'd be great. What is it going to be for me? So 130.9, it's enough to put me P4 for now. So I've dropped down to P7, but I'm still ahead of Russell, so I guess maybe that's just proving that the car's not quick around here. I really want to try and get into the top 5, so I need a solid lap here. Seems like we're lacking pace, as me and Russell are both down in P7 and 8. Here we go then, coming up to the line, it's going to be an improvement of about 2 tenths, 2.5 tenths. Is that going to be enough for the top 5? I don't think it was. It's going to be P6, but that's still one position better, I guess. So Verstappen takes pole by about half a second. He's been very quick. And it's going to be P6 for me ahead of Alonso. I think given the fact that we seem to be struggling for pace, I think a P6 is actually pretty decent. Okay, so it's going to be a 2-stop strategy today. That is different. We normally just get a 1-stop, medium to hard tyre. But today it's going to be a 2-stop, 2 sets of mediums, and then the soft tyre at the end. I assume there's probably going to be some people starting on the softs in that case. So we need to hope that we can stick with them in the first stint, and then we'll have the better pace at the end.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out.
It's only Leclerc on the softs, everyone else is on the hard tyre. As we are underway in Japan, I think I'll be able to use these medium tyres to get used to the start here, as I've got a much better start than Snowden and Norris. And oh, I'm going to get boxed a little bit by Leclerc there, that's annoying. I had to pace to get more places as Norris shovels Leclerc off and Leclerc's hit me. What was that rejoin from Leclerc?
Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Yeah, that is not ideal. So I've got minor front wing damage to deal with now. Hopefully it won't affect me too much, but it's not ideal. Because maybe on the exit here, could I potentially get ahead of Leclerc? No. Verstappen's lost the lead to Piastri at the start. And one thing that this damage might do is it might help me down the straights. As I'm going to have to sit behind Leclerc here. But through there it's horrible. As we go back onto the main straight, I think Leclerc might go for this on Norris. He does. He's going to get ahead. I'm going to close in, but not enough. I'll have to sit behind for now. If I can just somehow keep up through the corners, I think I've got a good chance of getting Norris down the straight. I'm going to close right up to Norris here. I think I seem to get really good exits out of the hairpin, as we saw in the first lap. As again, I got a much better exit than Norris, but it's not enough to get alongside him. But look at the straight line speed I have. That's the one thing this damage is going to help me with. And to be honest, straight line speed is very crucial here. So we go on the exit. Will Norris get a DRS here? No, he doesn't, but I do. So I think this will be quite easy for me. Go for it on the left hand side. And I'm going to get up into P4 ahead of Norris, as there's battling up ahead for the lead between Verstappen and Piastri. I think Verstappen's just retaken the lead. Unless Leclerc can clear these guys, I think starting on the softs was a mistake. Because he's not going to be able to use them if he's just stuck behind them. Verstappen is storming away. Yes, here we go. Leclerc's going for a move on Piastri, and I think he's going to get it. Into turn 1. Yellow flag. What could that be for? We had a spinner. It's not going to be a spin, it's going to be a mechanical DNF for Alonso. That's 2 races in a row for him now.
Second now, man. I cannot fucking believe it. I cannot fucking believe it. I cannot fucking believe it. I cannot fucking believe it.
We'll get DRS on Piastri this lap, but I think I'm going to be too far back to try and attack. But I will get close to him. So if I can just keep with him, maybe next time round I'll be able to get past him. I'm so slow through these S's with the front wing damage.
Okay, mate.
Could I maybe try dive bomb at the bus stop? No, I thought about it, but soon realised it's not going to work. We'll just be patient. You won't have DRS this time. I'll get the DRS open, and yeah, this will be nice and easy. We'll just go past him on the right hand side and up into P3. I think I'm not going to bother changing the front wing when I pit. Considering it's not losing me a crazy amount of time, I think it will be worth just keeping it on for now. Yeah, Piastri won't get DRS. He's probably going to get overtaken by Norris then. As Leclerc is in the pits already, so no surprise there. We'll have to wait and see if that strategy pays off for Leclerc, as Norris does get ahead of Piastri. It looks like Leclerc has come out in traffic, so that may not have paid off for him. Verstappen's in the pits. That's very early for the hard tyre. I'm a bit confused about that one. Maybe he's going to go medium to the end, so he's just throwing away the hard tyres early. But that just seems very early. I'm going to lead the race now for 1 lap, as I'll be pitting this lap. Got yellow flags. What is that for? It's for Verstappen! He's out of the race, I don't believe it! He's got a problem!
Stop the car, please, on track, Max. Stop the car, please. Fuck! What a fucking joke all the fucking time with this shit, honestly.
So now if Leclerc has been held up by traffic, I may even come out in the lead of this race once everyone's made their pit stops. Alright, well I'm pitting now. We didn't get a safety car from that. That would have been perfect timing for me, but honestly I think it's still looking good for me anyway, even without a safety car. As, okay, we're further down the pit lane here. It works definitely in Japan, I guess. That confused me for a second. Let's go. Oh, I got held up a little bit by Tsunoda there. So am I going to come out ahead of Leclerc is the question here. There he is coming down the straight, and I will. He got held up that much in the traffic. That has not worked out for him. He's going to close right up to me, but I will have the fresher tyres. So hopefully I'll be able to use that to my advantage. Russell's in the pits. Leclerc's going to get DRS on me. Is Leclerc going to be able to do anything with that DRS? I mean, he's 8 tenths behind, so probably not, I'd say. I think it was a very good idea not to change my front wing. I wonder if the McLarens are going to try a 1-stop here.
We think they've got one more stop.
Yeah, McLarens are 1-stopping. Okay. It's looking like P3 is going to be the best we can do today. So I assume they'll try to extend to about lap 15, 16. Now one thing is, if Leclerc doesn't get held up in traffic when he pits, he could quite easily undercut me. So then I would have to use my soft tyres to try and get back ahead of him. So finally we see a McLaren come into the pits of Oscar Piastri. So I guess I was right, lap 15 and 16 is when they'll be pitting. Norris in the pits as well, so I'll retake the lead. Leclerc is in the pits this lap. So he's going to have 3 laps to try and undercut me. Norris is on the move, he's just got ahead of Hamilton for 4th. He's only 8 seconds behind. In terms of Leclerc, oh, he may actually have a bit of traffic to contend with, potentially. Norris is absolutely flying at the moment. And I think Leclerc is currently getting held up by the Sauber. Alright then, into the pits we go. Tsunoda's coming as well, I hope I don't get held up by him. Yeah, nice, he didn't hold him over too. Here we go then, coming out the pits. Where is Leclerc? I think I'm going to be ahead of him. I am. So he got held up by the Sauber, enough for me to come back out ahead of him. Alright, time to get my head down, try and close up that gap, see what I can do. I'm not very hopeful I will just do anything though, that gave me a heart attack then. Tsunoda's got ahead of Leclerc with his soft tyres. I think Tsunoda could actually be quicker than me here. He might be a problem potentially. Russell's just moved ahead of Leclerc for P5, that's good. Tsunoda has been catching me ever so slightly over the last few laps. But he's going to run out of laps as we move on to the final lap now. Norris is coming around the final corner now. He is going to win the Japanese Grand Prix. It's a great race from him. Great strategy from McLaren. They made the 1-stop work. Fair play to them. And for me, it's not going to be the win like I had in China, but a podium is still very solid. So there we go. That was a very interesting race, strategy-wise. Starting from P6 on the grid, so I managed to make my way up onto the podium. Very solid result. Obviously, I got past Tsunoda at the start. Got a place on Verstappen, DNF'd. And had a better strategy than Leclerc, which got me ahead of him. Russell obviously ran the same strategy and it also gained him 3 places, so overall very solid job from the team. And of course I have to give myself some props for nursing that damage. But then to be fair, I think the damage actually kind of helped me, because it just gave me so much straight line speed, which really helped me in the race. So that means in the standings it drops Verstappen all the way down to 4th. He was leading it going into this weekend, so not great for him. And Lando Norris now takes over the lead of that win. And the top 3 is actually the same as it was in this race. As for the constructors, that is a very good race for McLaren. They are sort of running away with it at the moment. They've been the most consistent team so far. Obviously they've got the fast car and yeah, 2 consistent drivers, so it's looking good for them in the constructors, I would say.